Yo, it's your boy Kate. You already know what time it is. Straight Facts Home. We back with another episode, man. Sorry for the wait, but this topic's definitely been going around, so we're gonna have to cover it. Your boy Colin Kaepernick, if you haven't know about the situation about him sitting down during the national anthem before all these preseason games, and white people are having a stir about it. They don't know how to act. Pretty much their whole argument is he's being disrespectful to, I want to say U.S. vets. He's being disrespectful to the country. He has no respect. He shouldn't. NFL GM saying I don't want anything to do with him. He shouldn't be in the league. All that nonsense, food for flame. They was trying to not, but like people are forgetting the main point. Like I saw this one interesting point. No matter how you feel about that situation, even though I disagree with them 100%. Let's say you do agree with that. You're forgetting the main point, as always you do. You sidetrack to fit your own personal agenda. This one veteran, Charlie Clement, he was like, don't use my service or that of any veteran to justify silence of black Americans. Not on my watch. You're forgetting why he's doing it. Like there's a problem in this country, but you are so blinded by that and you just want to attack Colin Kaepernick or anybody that stands out and use any other position you feel to attack him. Now let's get on to that point. I personally feel like he's not disrespecting that, and if you watch his interview and actually paid attention to what he said, he articulated himself well and he spoke about it. He was talking about how he wasn't disrespecting the country. He was standing up because he felt like the country could do better, and he felt like he felt like the country wasn't standing up for what they should be standing up for.
Let's get into it. Alright, first things first, I agree with Colin Kaepernick 100,000%, however many infinity percent, however many percent you could put. That's how much I agree with Colin Kaepernick, and I'm behind him so much. I'm probably gonna get his jersey too, just to keep his merchandise up. You feel me? But people out here talking about he's disrespecting the army and all that. First off, that's bogus, because the army are the people that allow him to do this and allow him to make his point. It's his freedom, but that's just the basics of it. And second thing is people saying, oh, this is, some people say it's Ali like, some people say this is not Ali like and stuff like that. But I'm like, bruh, when Ali was doing his protesting, people at the time a lot of people was not pro Ali. They was anti Ali. They took away 3 years of his career and took away his belt because of his protest of not going to war, the Vietnam War. So let's not act like when Ali was doing his protesting, everybody was like, oh yeah, Ali Boombaye on some no. No, they wasn't. Not the people in power were not. The people of color was. People that supported him was, but people of power, they were not behind Ali like that. So it wasn't until Ali caught his sickness and he couldn't speak anymore. That's when he became everybody's cuddly bear and all that beautiful stuff. And then you can look back in hindsight and say, oh, Ali did great things. But at the time, he was vilified. So let's not act like, oh, when he was doing it, people was all the way behind him. They were not behind Ali. And it's the same thing with Kaepernick. We're going to look back at this and be like, damn, he really tried to do something bigger than himself. Because right now, he's trying to make the roster. So it's not like he's the star player where he has nothing to lose. He has everything to lose, and he's still doing it. And on top of that is this. I have a bigger problem with the national anthem because it was made by a racist. It was made by a slave owner. Francis Scott Key owned slaves. Why is our national anthem still being glorified from somebody who owned slaves? And when you go back to the original national anthem, it had racist remarks in it talking about slaves. Why are we representing that in the new quote-unquote progressive America? If we're so progressive, let's make a national anthem that represents black people, white people, Hispanic people, Asian people, the melting pot of America. Let's make a new national anthem that represents everybody and not just quote-unquote what the great founding fathers did, because the founding fathers, they did a lot of fucked up shit. A lot of fucked up shit, but a lot of quote-unquote Americans who are just so purebred Americans, they're like, they look past that. Like, no.
He was talking about how people are being disrespected, people are being out here killed, and he's not with that. He's going to try to make a stand. And he's not hurting anybody. He's not physically stopping anybody. He is acting on his own free will and doing something individually. He's not forcing other people to join him like a cult, like a group. He's like a KKK. He's not doing anything in that nature. He's person taking his own individual stand and putting his job on the line, his money on the line, his endorsements on the line for something he believes in. How can you not respect that? And secondly, like he said, he doesn't feel like he's attacking and he's not disrespecting any military force because he stood up and individually greeted and clapped and treated each military individual who came to those games. So if you really pay attention, instead of reading some stupid headline, you'll see what he's actually doing. And personally, how I feel about other people joining in, I feel like it's not everybody's position to do such, but I feel like if you truly feel a certain passion about it and you're not praying out scared of anything, like you should be able to follow suit. Like, if, all right, everybody in the NFL ain't the same. Everybody out here, there's some people in the NFL who need these checks, check by check, who live check by check, and you're not in a position to do so, or you be going like that. But I feel like if you're definitely stable money wise, I don't understand why you be afraid to. Like, there's too many people who are afraid to do something like to stand up for something that actually matters. And now recently his teammate Eric Reeds did the same thing and followed suit, and I respect that. And Eric Reed's not just another player; he's the president of the Players Association. So that's definitely a huge step, and that definitely says something. So personally, for me, I respect what Colin Kaepernick is doing, and everyone who's getting bent out of shape. Like, how about you ask veterans how they feel about that, the people who you're speaking for? Because Colin Kaepernick had a talk down with some veterans, and he told him exactly how he felt. He didn't feel like he was disrespecting any former veterans. They even were able to communicate, create conversations, and come up with a compromise. Now he kneels because it's a different type of signal he feels, and they was able to greet, conversate, and come up and move forward. I don't understand as a country why we can't do that. It's always bashing this, bashing that. He's bad. He's this. He's that. It's childish. I don't understand.
Please stop acting like we can't just acknowledge they did a lot of fucked up shit, and we have to get past a lot of the things they did. So my thing is, when stupid people, like, it's stupid, it's ignorant when people say, "Oh, you don't like America, then leave." No, you stupid. If nobody's saying they don't like America, I love America. But the thing about it is, just because something, and they say America's the best country, yes, we agree about that. America is the best country. But just because something is great doesn't mean it can't be better. Yes, there's freedom and stuff. It's like, I play sports. So let's say you have a great player who can do a lot of different things. That doesn't mean he can't improve on his weakness. America, freedom, opportunity. You can go from being poor one day to the next day you could be rich and you could be well off. But that doesn't mean there's still not problems. Like, so stop saying, "Oh, it's the best country in this." No, it's the best country, but it's not. It's still problems within that country. So let's improve the problems. You can't be perfect, but try to be perfect. Try. Every day you wake up, try to be perfect. So when people say, "Oh, go back to your country or go somewhere else," that's fucking ignorant as shit. People like Trump, people like the girl, I forgot her name, but she was going off on Kaepernick. Like some young white girl, I forgot her name. But it's just ignorant as fuck. And people that say that, y'all not the only people that built America. It's not just your ancestors and Benjamin Franklin and them that built America, or George Washington. No, slaves built America. So you can't be out here telling black people to go. What if black people can't go nowhere? This their fucking country just as much as it's your country, if not more. Their country, because they built what America is today. How you gonna tell them to leave when this is their country? Where they gonna go? Where, my nigga? So that shit is just pure ignorance to say, "Oh, leave." No, it's their country. And my thing is, nobody's saying America's not great. You just got to make it better when there's obvious things you can make it better. It's ignorance to just overlook it. Yeah, man, but that's like, that shit really pisses me off, because it's like, people just sit here and they want to always look at it from their standpoint when they're not affected. But if there's things that can be affected, it's like, you can make change. Why not make change and make it better when it's clear that you see the fucked up shit? How black people out here living, how we getting treated, not even just by police, but how we been thrown into ghettos, how we get incarcerated. Like, come on, my nigga. Like, don't be ignorant to that. Please, even if that's not true. I don't have to be a certain thing to see their struggle. I'm not gay, but I can see the gay struggle. That's why I used to be homophobe, but now I'm not that no more, because that would be ignorant for me to be homophobe when I see the gay struggle. Or if I see, you know what I'm saying? It's just ignorance, my nigga. You gotta evolve. And that's what some of these people don't want to do. They don't want to evolve. And last thing about that is, Francis Scott Key, he was a slave owner. So let's say Hitler, let's say quote unquote Hitler, or whatever dictator people hate. Let's say they wrote a national anthem for the country and they did a bunch of negative things. Would that be accepted if Hitler wrote the Germany national anthem when he killed a bunch of people and a bunch of Jews and a bunch of Jewish people and stuff like that? Would that be accepted? No, it wouldn't. So why is this a former slave owner the national anthem for America? Why is that accepted? You got to ask yourself that. Why? He owned slaves. Do you know what that means? Huh? He owned people, made them work, treated them like shit, and didn't pay them. But that's the person we sing after? Come on, bro. That's the person who words we're using. That's pure ignorance. And that's all I'm going to say on that. I'm behind Colin Kaepernick 100,000%. And I pray more athletes keep like doing what he's doing, like Jeremy Lane and Eric Reed did. And that's that, man. Peace out, straight fact.
At the end of the day, it's gonna be hard for Colin Kaepernick moving forward because people are already putting this target on his back. But I definitely respect him, and he has my support. He has my support from me. But yo, that's just my thoughts. Straight facts, homie. Tell me what you think about this whole situation. Everybody involved. Should he kneel, sit, stand? Is he being disrespectful? Is he nice? He's working on his own. Get in the comment box, subscribe to the channel, all that. We're gonna get back to you with more videos. Straight facts, homie.